Joshua Kimmich opened the door to a new contract at Bayern Munich this week. The German midfielder was part of the squad that flew to South Korea for a short pre-season tour. After Kimmich's willingness to stay in Munich, Bayern have taken the first step towards securing his future. Max Eberl confirmed preliminary talks with Kimmich regarding a new deal. Eberl also insisted that Kimmich is an important player for Bayern moving forward. The Bavarian club will look to find an agreement over a new deal in the coming days. A new deal for Kimmich before the end of the year will be the ideal outcome for all parties. Barcelona are hopeful over a timely injury return for midfield star Pedri after suffering a knee injury in the quarter-finals of Euro 2024. The 21-year-old eventually missed Spain's final victory over England. Initial reports hinted at an 8-week absence, but his return date was then moved forward following tests back in Barcelona, with Pedri working on a specific training program. He is confident of being ready for Barcelona's first game of the season as they open the campaign against Valencia on August 17. Mbappe can obviously be in the Super Cup starting XI. Jude Bellingham too, and the others on holiday too. They are prepared, they have followed a plan and they will all play. He said Mbappe's first home match as a Madrid player is likely to come on August 25 when they welcome Valladolid to the Bernabeu. Bayern Munich is leading Paris Saint-Germain on Rennes attacker Desire Dow. This much we already knew, but Romano expanded on just how Bayern Munich nudged itself ahead of PSG in the race. As of tonight, Bayern have a small advantage over PSG for Desire Dow because they've been pushing a lot this week on club side with Rennes to agree a fee. The player has appreciated these efforts. That's why Bayern are favourites at the moment, but PSG are still in the race and the story is still open. Dow has still not communicated his final decision. Tonight, Bayern are favourites, but that doesn't mean it's done. It seems that Bayern Munich's persistence is winning over the 19-year-old winger. Perhaps Dow just wants to feel wanted. Villarreal have moved quickly to bolster their attack with a free transfer move for Nicolas Pepe. The Gunners paid a then club record €79 million fee to bring him to London from Lille on the back of 2 superb seasons in France. Despite being highly rated, his time at Arsenal became a symbol of their struggles, with Pepe labelled as one of the Premier League's biggest transfer flops. His switch to Villarreal includes a contract until 2026 and a new chapter in his career, with a first ever La Liga season incoming. Julian Alvarez's future still hangs in the balance, while defender Jan Kedo has left the club for the Bundesliga in a £25 million move. The Argentinian's future could be away from Manchester, as Atletico Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain have shown interest in his services. MEN understands the latter have already approached City regarding Alvarez. PSG are yet to have made any official approach. City's Premier League rivals are said to be interested in the 24-year-old who played in both the Copa America and Olympic Games for his nation this summer. Now Argentina have exited the tournament, this may pave the way for a possible transfer. It is believed Pep Guardiola's side valued the forward at around £80 million. Although this may be too much for the Gunners, who have already secured the signature of defender Ricardo Calafiori and goalkeeper David Raya, who was previously on loan at Mikel Arteta's side last term. Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce are reportedly stepping up their efforts to hijack Manchester United's move for Fiorentina man Sofyan Amrabat. United did not take up the option to turn his loan move into a £21.4 million permanent one, with Amrabat heading back to Fiorentina. Amrabat could be signed for €15 million, £12.7 million. Turkish team have had 2 bids for Amrabat, the second of which was £10.2 million. But both fall short of Fiorentina's valuation for him. Mikel Merino is on Arsenal's radar for a potential summer move, but his age is reportedly causing some concern within the club. Our interest in Merino marks a departure from Arsenal's usual transfer strategy of targeting younger players for long-term planning, and his age has reportedly led to some skepticism from some of those in the club's hierarchy. Juventus have reportedly transfer listed as many as 8 first-team players who are out of the picture under new boss Saigo Motta, putting Premier League clubs on red alert for potential signings this summer. Federer coach Jessa leads the big names on the transfer list in Turin, joined by a host of familiar names that the likes of Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham could all be interested in. Bayern Munich's Leroy Sane has endured a difficult 2024, and one of the key reasons was an injury he was carrying throughout most of the year. He finally got his injury treated via surgery in July. Director of Sport Max Eberl's status update: Leroy will continue his rehab for some time. After the injury that he carried through the entire last season and the European Championship, he now had surgery after the Euros. He should become 100% fit first, then we will assess week by week to ensure he is pain-free for the coming months and years. Given Sane's contract is due to end in 2025, it is interesting that Eberl would choose to talk about the former Manchester City player as if he will be a Bayern player for multiple years. Fabio Carvalho has provided Liverpool head coach Arne Slot with quite the dilemma after impressing on the United States pre-season tour. His future might be away from Liverpool, as Southampton have reportedly followed up their interest by making an offer. Now, as revealed by The Athletic, the Saints bid, worth up to £15 million, has been rejected, and it's understood that a considerably higher offer is required in order to tempt the Reds into a permanent sale, as they have no interest in letting the former Fulham man depart on loan again. Where things get interesting is Slot's stance on Carvalho. The aforementioned report states the Dutchman anticipates utilising the youngster next season, having been hugely impressed with the attacker throughout pre-season. 7 months after leaving Granada, Brian Zaragoza is set to leave Bayern Munich. The 22-year-old winger has struggled to adapt to life in Bavaria during his early stages there, and with increased competition now in Vincent Kompany's squad, the decision has been taken to send him on loan. A return to La Liga could be on the cards for Zaragoza. At this stage, Girona and Valencia are the leading candidates to secure his services. Tottenham and AC Milan are now discussing how the add-ons and bonuses would be structured as Emerson Royal's move to the Serie club gets closer. The parties have agreed on an initial fee of around €14 million, with bonuses and add-ons now being hashed out. The idea is to bring the figure to around €16 million, with add-ons set to be linked to both personal and team objectives. Bino Gittins ranked 5th in the entire Bundesliga in successful take-ons per 90 minutes. He was also 4th in the entire league in progressive carries per 90 minutes. Unfortunately, aside from his dribbling, there are many areas where he needs to improve. His passing, in pretty much every respect, is subpar. For all of his dribbling prowess, he has so far struggled to turn successful take-ons into actual scoring chances at a noteworthy rate. Gallagher has accepted the move. A 5-year contract is expected, with Romano teasing that he will give his trademark "here we go" to the deal later today, all being well. There will be more formal steps to move through, but it sounds like it's happening that money becomes a pure profit for Chelsea's accounts, and the cost sporting directors get the sale they needed this summer to keep everything afloat. It's going to be La Liga's record move of the window so far, and at the current rate, we can't see anything bigger coming along. Gallagher becomes the latest academy player to leave and the latest regular starter to leave for Champions League football. Erik ten Hag has admitted Jadon Sancho may have to start the season up front for Manchester United, with United forward Rasmus Højlund out for 6 weeks with a hamstring injury sustained on the club's US tour. Ten Hag is short of options up front. Marcus Rashford prefers to play wide left, while captain Bruno Fernandes, who can play as a striker, is not back training after an extended break following Euro 2024. United's new £36.5 million Brazilian striker Joshua Zirkzee has begun training back in Manchester, but Ten Hag said he is unlikely to be ready for the start of the season and will need time to adapt. That means Sancho, who was exiled by Ten Hag last season after the pair fell out and spent the second half of the campaign on loan at former club Borussia Dortmund, is likely to have to fill in up front for United. Matt O'Reilly, the 23-year-old Danish international, has emerged as a prime target. O'Reilly has been instrumental in Celtic's recent success, scoring 18 goals and contributing significantly to their latest Scottish Premiership title under Brendan Rodgers. His performances have also caught the eye of other clubs, including Atalanta and Southampton, the latter having a £14 million bid rejected earlier, with the club reportedly holding out for a fee closer to £25 million. O'Reilly's versatility and attacking prowess make him an appealing option for Chelsea, who are looking to bolster their midfield with players capable of fitting into Maresca's new possession-based style.